taken a while to come through.
That's all right, no problem. Member for Commercial Strategy, Estates and Property Decision Day. We've got a fairly short agenda today, so I'm looking forward to a nice quick meeting. We'll kick off, if I may, with the agenda, and we'll start with whether there are any deputations. No deputations. Good, thank you very much. There are no key decisions, so we move straight on to the two non-key decisions that we have. The first one is the report on managing Hampshire's built estate.
Good morning. I can take us through that, Councillor Forster. Good morning. So the purpose of the report as shared this morning is to confirm the budget, the high-level funding and budget allocations for the County Council's repair and maintenance priorities for the coming year 22-23. There are 6 recommendations to take you through this morning. So the first is that we ask the Building, Land and Procurement Panel to recommend to yourself that you note the confirmed funding allocation for the 22-23 repairs and maintenance programme for the corporate and the schools estate, and that you approve the revised high-level budget allocations. Also, that you note the detailed programmes of work within each of the budget allocations will be approved by the Director of Culture, Communities, Business Services under Chief Officer, Financial Delegations. We also ask that you approve the provision of an additional 963,500 of schools condition allocation funding for the planned school recladding project at the Nightingale Primary School, which gives this scheme a total revised value of 2.478 million, as set out in paragraph 28 of the report. We ask the panel and you to note that our bid to the public sector decarbonisation scheme for funding of a pilot heat decarbonisation project at Heatherside Junior School was regrettably unsuccessful to a heavily oversubscribed scheme. However, that to continue to progress the project, that under Chief Officer's delegations, we will continue to progress this project to be funded under the school's condition allocation as set out in paragraph 31 of the report. We also ask that you note the programme of work delivered under the public sector decarbonisation scheme is nearing its completion at the end of June. And also note the update that we gave to panel on the construction industry market conditions and the associated impacts on our programmes of work and how we're managing that in terms of delivering across the County Council's built estate.
Thank you, Susan. It was good going through those in my earlier meeting this morning with the procurement panel. I wanted to just highlight in the report for anyone who may be watching this, the decarbonisation highlights on paragraphs 28 to 30, and stress the content of paragraphs 31 to 33 also about market conditions, where obviously we're subject to the vagaries of what happens, but through the prudent planning and advanced purchasing, I think the county is in a good position. Having taken note of those items, I'm happy to approve those recommendations in paragraphs 5 to 10 as recommended by the panel and as you've laid out in the paper so well. So consider those approved. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman.
Right, if we can move on to the next item on the agenda, which is the business services group. will that be Patrick that takes us through that?
Thank you, Councillor Forster. So just to let you know, the earlier panel had a summary of the financial and performance of the 3 self-funding business units within culture, communities and business services. And that also included the aggregated accumulated surplus as part of that group. And so the recommendation is really the approval of the annual report and accounts for those business services group for 21-22.
Thank you, Patrick. We have looked at those in some detail, and I am happy with the recommendations as detailed. So I'm happy to approve those directly. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Right, now we have to move into a restricted version by virtue of paragraphs 3 of Part 1 of Schedule 12A of the LGA Act 1972. We need to exclude public and press. So can I ask that the video feed please be terminated at this point? And if you can please confirm once that's done.